Hello and welcome. Today we are looking at Chapter 7 of Andrew Kernahan's Business Ethics, specifically at Virtue Ethics and Community Membership. Now, when we studied utilitarianism and deontological ethics, we focused on actions like what should I do, or what rules should I follow, or what will produce the best outcome. But virtue ethics flipped the script. Instead of asking what should I do, it asks what kind of a person should I be? And from there, what kind of a person should we all try to be in order to live together well? At the heart of virtue ethics is telos, your purpose or your highest good. Aristotle believed that everything in nature has a telos. That is, it has a way that it's supposed to be. Fulfilling that purpose is good, and failing at it is bad. For human beings, the telos is life lived according to reason in a social context while managing our animal instincts. So, a rational, social, and animal features that have to be integrated together. We become good, virtuous, by learning to align ourselves with our human telos. Note that this is true for every religion as well. Every religion is teleological, but not every teleological system is religious. Now, a virtue is a character trait that helps you fulfill your purpose well, and a vice is a character trait that causes you to fall short. Now, the social side and the animal side of a person are contradictory. They pull us in opposite directions. The social side is thinking about us as a group, but the animal side is thinking about me as the individual. How can we do both of these things maximally at the same time? Well, that's where reason comes into play. You're supposed to use reason to balance these two sides and adjust based on circumstances. It's like a person standing in the middle of a seesaw trying to keep it level. On one side are your social impulses, and on the other side are your animal impulses. And as things happen to us, weight is added to one side or the other of the seesaw, and we have to adjust in order to keep the balance going. Now, what would you say are some virtues that help you function well in a work environment? And what are some vices that could make things fall apart? Contrary to some of the ideas presented by our author, virtue is not a feeling. It's a habit. It's something that you become through practice. You don't become honest by believing that honesty is good. You become honest by telling the truth over and over until it becomes second nature, until it is your default setting. How many times have you done something that you knew for a fact was a bad idea? Well, why did you do it? You did it because just knowing it's a bad idea is not enough. You have to become a person who acts like it's a bad idea. And you do that by constantly repeating the correct kind of action until it becomes a habit. And this is where the idea of mimesis comes in. We learn by imitating good role models, parents, mentors, co-workers, or leaders. In fact, we learn by imitating any role model, good or bad, which is why little kids pick up on all sorts of bad habits very quickly once they're exposed to other kids. So, character isn't something that you just decide to do. It's shaped over time through practice and repetition and the examples around you. Now, can you think of someone whose character has shaped how you act? And what have you picked up from watching them? Virtue ethics sees people not just as individuals, but as members of a community. Your character affects everyone around you and vice versa. A courageous coworker can inspire others to speak up. A dishonest manager can destroy trust company-wide. In Aristotle's view, we live well only when we live together well. So the question isn't just, am I a good person, but am I the kind of person who helps this community thrive? This is also why institutions, including businesses, can be seen as having a kind of character, or at least a culture, based on repeated patterns of behavior. Think of a team or workplace that you've been a part of. Did it have a virtuous culture or a toxic one? What kind of behavior was encouraged? And could you see that kind of behavior modeled by people higher up in that work hierarchy than yourself? So, how do virtues apply in business? Kernahan notes that a just company treats workers fairly, and a courageous company takes risks for the right reasons, and a temperate company avoids overreach and greed. Virtues aren't just about being nice, they're supposed to help businesses flourish over the long term. And flourishing isn't just about money, it's about creating value, developing people, and contributing to society. Think about it this way. From a virtue ethics perspective, the purpose of a business is not just to make money. The purpose is actually to provide some kind of a good or service which is valued by others so that they voluntarily engage in trade with you. But if that good or service destroys the community, then you're undermining your own ability to exist. Think of drug dealers. If you mistreat your employees or customers, the business suffers. So getting short-term gains at the expense of long-term functionality causes the business to fail, or at least not to flourish in the long term. Now, what do you think makes a business virtuous? What are some signs that a business has or lacks virtue? Virtue ethic gives us a powerful reminder that ethics isn't just about rules or consequences. It's about who we are and who we are becoming together. So ask yourself, what kind of a person am I becoming at work or at school? What kind of a workplace am I helping to create? And what kind of a community am I helping to build?